Oh, we started.
We did.
Hi, friends. I'm Katie.
And I'm Lauren, and I like to just surprise Katie with starting the recordings. And welcome to Okay, But Did You Know? A podcast where we talk about the TV and media that we love with a friend who's never seen it before.
Today we're recapping and chatting about Bob's Burgers, Season 8, Episode 20, Mission Impos-Slug-Ble, and Episode 21, Something Old, Something New, Something Bob Caters for You. And as always, we start off with our synopsis, and hopefully this is the last time I have to say this word. So here's Episode 20, Mission Impos-Slug-Ble. Louise is close to completing her favorite Borobu card collection and decides to use less than authentic cards to trade for them. Only Borobu cards are banned at school, so she has to wait till after school is over to trade with her friends. Tina is excited to be study buddies with Louise at school, but the subject is her weakness, math. Louise takes the opportunity at study buddies to trade Borobu cards while the teacher is away, and they're immediately caught, and their cards are confiscated. Louise tries to steal the cards back, but the Belcher kids discover they aren't at the school anymore. Tina tells Louise exactly where the cards are, leading to Louise to sneak to LeBonce's house to steal the cards back. The kids crash Martini Tuesday and go through extremes to try to get the cards back. They get them back, and Louise agrees to give back her friend's cards after admitting she gave fake ones. Meanwhile, Harry the pickle guy has sadly died, and Bob has been asked to speak at the funeral, only there was an incident between the two in the past. Bob admits that he got into a disagreement with Harry and threw a pickle at an 80-year-old man's face. He tries to work on what to say at the funeral, nervous that the farmers market people will be angry with him. During his eulogy, Bob apologizes to Harry and finds out he is forgiven in his will. See, you guys don't know all the hell I just went through, but Lauren does.
I mean, yeah, Lauren, I wasn't making it any better. I was doing disco dance moves on mute.
Just know the last few minutes were heavily edited.
It was relevant with the episode we were just talking about.
Yes.
The disco was relevant, but then we had other interruptions, and that wasn't my fault.
My goodness.
I was just sitting here laughing my ass off on mute.
We do this. It's our thing. But just know, the last few minutes are heavily edited. I tried my best.
Oh, yes.
My God.
Truthfully, if you think like this is such a natural conversation, oh, no. We highly curate what you guys hear.
So, what did you get for the vacant storefront?
I'm getting too old for this schwitz. Saunas for the elderly.
Wait, say that again?
I'm getting too old for this schwitz.
Schwitz, okay.
Schwitz.
I was like, I know I say that right. That's a play on the line. I'm getting too old for this shit, spoken by Danny Glover's character, Roger Murtaugh, in the Lethal Weapon movie franchise.
Yes.
Pest control truck.
Beast infection, pest control.
That's a play on yeast infection.
I hate it.
I hate it so much. And burgers of the day.
We have 1.5 because one of them is just behind Bob's head the entire time. But again, they used the same pun twice, which I found interesting.
They did. I don't know why.
No, because we have the I'm getting too old for this Shishido burger, which is the same pun from the beginning, but with a different thing in it.
I don't know why they did that. There's no explanation.
No. And then the other one is the blank dream blank okra burger is what I got.
So it's the Don't Dream It's Okra burger, presumed not fully visible, partly because of Bob, but it's supposed to be a play on the Crowded House song Don't Dream It's Over.
Ah, okay.
And the title of the episode is, of course, a reference to the 1960-1970s television series and films Mission Impossible.
Correct.
This is also a reference with Louise and Tina both performing the famous cable drop stunt from the first movie. Are y'all kidding me? In Mrs. LeBonce's backyard. Sorry, part of the interruption was my child, and now there's a dog in here. Go lay down. Okay, she's at least laying down in the chair. Yeah. So, stay. Borobu trading cards are based on the trading card games of Japanese media franchises, including Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Tina, of course, mentions Pokemon, but with slugs. And in the end credit songs is also based on Pokemon with the theme song. Borobu means blob in Japanese.
Okay, makes sense.
I really like that. So LeBonce's neighbor's dog is called Spritzel. Chase Kaminsky's late cat and Tina Rhinoceros Rex was also named Spritzel.
Oh.
The song Mr. Frog dances to is Groove is in the Heart by D-Light. Lots of dancing tonight. We got a lot of
disco.
All the disco tonight. When chewing, what? Oh, when chewing out Tina, a word was left out.
Gotcha.
I'm great at my job.
It's fine. We talk for a living,
when,
it's fine.
Yeah, when chewing out Tina, Linda tells her, "You never go against the family," in a threatening tone, to which Bob says, "Easy, Don Corleone." This is a reference to the Godfather films in a scene where Michael tells his brother, Fredo, "You're my older brother and I love you, but don't ever take sides with anyone against the family ever again." Mm-hmm. Which is also in my list of lines, because it is such a good one.
Yeah.
And Rudy mentions that one of the bootleg Baroga cards Louis traded with him had a minion on it, referring to the character from the Despicable Me film. So those are canon.
Okay.
In this world.
Makes sense.
Yeah. They went pretty crazy with the minions and all those. There's so many now.
Yeah.
I have 7 lines, but it counts the Don Corleone lines. So
yeah,
6.
I have 9.
Go. You're usually first in these.
Yeah. Well, it's gotten to a point where mostly what I write down is lines.
Same.
Mr. Ambrose is going to watch you during study buddy time while I go outside to not smoke several cigarettes.
Don't touch it too hard. The ink's not the kind that dries.
We'll get detention and the cards will be confiscated. Yeah, they'll be constipated.
I already feel like I know more math.
Wow, I've never been back here. Oh, it's just more books.
All right, Tiny Andy, you want to get into some fraction action? Half of me does.
He doesn't even drink, which is amazing because he has so many reasons to.
I didn't deform his face. It always looked weird.
Good luck with your Harry Pickle eulogy. I feel like we say that too much.
That was my next one. My last one is, you can't boo a eulogy.
I have that one too, but I also have I have 3 more lines.
Okay.
Did he want that, or did you run out of urns? It's safe to say it's what he would have wanted. My thighs are thundering. And give her a martini and then she'll talk.
I think I've actually said that my thighs are thundering quite a few times.
I would believe it.
I think I'm allowed to, though.
Yeah. Us with the thunder thighs, we're allowed to say that.
Yes. Oh, God. I definitely have thunder thighs. Which is so funny because I've lost so much weight since having my second child.
Mm-hmm.
And Steven's joke always is like, well, you can't lose your ass. And I'm like, it's not going anywhere. I've tried. It's here to stay. Live a happy life. Like, I can't. Mm-hmm. This is how I'm shaped.
And that's okay.
That's okay. I mean, of course you think that's okay.
And it's beautiful.
Oh, no, ass. So Ambrose usually doesn't bother me too much. Like, sometimes he's kind of funny to me. Sometimes I'm like, okay, he's just an asshole. But I do get really upset when with the way he acts about his job. Because librarians deal with so much, and we have this character that's just like, oh, I've never been in this area. You work in a library. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, no, when he bothers me is when he's like so actively not doing it. Like I've never been in this area before. That's a funny joke, regardless.
Yeah,
but like when it's like him like telling like the kids like, you know, or just use the internet. I don't care. Like it's still your job to teach them how to use the internet.
Yeah, he's a really bad librarian.
Yes, he is, and I can say that professionally as someone with a library degree.
You're cooler than me on that front, because that sounds like a really cool degree to have.
It sounds like a cool degree until you do the program.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess in a very niche audience, like if you're of the book community, we're like, oh my God, you're a librarian. Like, we get hot for that. But
no, this is true. And sadly,
anywhere else, they're like, oh, you're a librarian.
And like, to be fair, like I have a library degree. I do not work in a library. I do library services for a company because that's what I chose to do because, quite frankly, it pays better. And it lets me work from home. So, but to be fair, like my degree is like, because people think libraries and library degrees are like, it's a lot of reading books and getting to do a lot of stuff. And some of it is that. Like, I'm not going to lie. I did take classes that were about public library service, academic library service. I took one class that was specifically about resources for young adults. And within that one, I had to read 9 YA novels so that I could review them for various purposes and kind of show my ability to kind of like utilize and different techniques for like for readers advisory and stuff like that. But that was such a small portion of my program.
Yeah. Like
that is 3 courses I took out of 4 quarters of, so how many? I was 4 quarters. I took 2 classes per quarter. But but one of them was just teaching. I took like 14 different classes. Let's mathish.
Yeah.
I took about 14 different classes, give or take. So 3 out of 14 is a little less than a quarter of what I actually learned. That is like what people think of when they think of libraries.
Mm-hmm.
And even
which
then,
I've learned a lot because of like your degree and also befriending an actual librarian who's also working on their degree, but in a different field of library sciences. And I'm just kind of sitting here like, this is all just really cool. Because my friend's looking into archival, and that is so freaking cool to me. And I'm just, I'm such a nerd. I can't help it.
Yeah. Archives
I mean, look
really
what we
cool.
do.
Yeah, archives are really cool and very underfunded.
Very underfunded, and ads, of course. And like, so this is also me to just say, like, guys, please go and support your libraries in every single way that you can, especially right now.
Yep.
It's not looking so hot for libraries or PBS either. So let's all support the things that we love that are great for us. Please, please, please. I feel like one of the most enjoyable parts of this episode is just Bob and the Harry Pickle eulogy.
Yeah, because I'll admit, Danny Boy with pickles is hilarious. Honestly,
it really, really is.
Because that song. I mean, I'm sure there's a meaning to it. I think I sang it in chorus in like 7th grade. I don't think I internalized the meaning of the lyrics.
But it always seems to be around funerals.
Yeah. Does someone know the meaning of Danny Boy? Someone want to tell us what it is? Because
I don't know it.
Because it is in English.
It is. I'm just like, because all I can think about is Moira from Schitt's Creek. Mm-hmm. When she starts, because Bob's like, brother or something dies, and they start singing that at that funeral, and I'm like, why do we keep singing Danny Boy at funerals?
My brain goes to when the Muppets did it. That when
Muppets, I go to Moira Rose and you go to Muppets,
because there was and it was like not like it's an old bit. It's from like when there was this random like Muppet special on Disney Channel, and you had it was Beaker and an animal, and I don't remember who the third one was, singing Danny Boy, but then you just have like Beaker like meep 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 meep. Like, it's just like ridiculous.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And there you go. There, you're welcome for my classic soprano training. You're very welcome.
Oh, you're better than me. I can't do any of that. So
it's a skill that like really is semi-useless except for funny internet videos, honestly.
Which is just funny because that's kind of what we do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like I said,
so is it semi-useless or is it actually useful? Because look how much you've used these skills in the past year and a half.
I lump my ability to occasionally do a Beaker impression. I lump that in the same category as Ken list the first 6 seasons of Once Upon a Time episode titles in order, in that is generally very useless except for very niche use cases.
Is that right up there with your Animaniacs memorization?
No, that's just a fun party trick.
Oh, okay, that's a party trick.
That's a party trick. Because also that's a case of like, there have been times that once I tell people in real life that I can do that, they then start just asking me states, and I go, I can tell you, but I gotta sing the whole song to get to it.
I feel like I was like that with the actual state song that you learned growing up to figure it all out, because it's Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas. Nope, we're done.
You already messed it up.
Already messed it up. I don't know. I mean, that's like the whole Friends thing of like the competition of you have this amount of time to list all 50 states, and no one can seem to do it. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, am I capable? Am I going to forget Nebraska? Like, what's going to happen here?
I don't know. It's the beauty of a song. It's very, very rhythmic. So you have Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, and Columbus is the capital of Ohio. Okay, I'm not going to continue.
No, you're not.
It's not.
No, you did that one time where you like just did the whole thing for me after recording one night, and I'm just kind of sitting there like, this is foreplay. Okay. Like, really, it's great.
Really specific foreplay.
Very specific foreplay.
Well, now I know how to.
We're just testing the limits of what we can use as a title in these episodes, in all honesty.
Honestly.
What's the craziest thing we can say that's actually not that out of pocket that we can put into a title?
Well, so far I think I've managed to avoid using tentacle porn wherever possible. I say it
all the time. There have been some that I'm like, this is really funny, and you're like, do not put that as a title.
No, there are times where we really can't. Like, we
really can't.
The list of titles that I pull out of every Once Upon a Time episode, like, they get more and more unhinged.
Sorry, I have problems.
Like, I came so close to making an incest joke in one of them. I came as close as I
remember that.
could.
I remember that. That was a good one.
I was proud of that one.
What did you think of this episode? Because I really don't want to say the name of it again. Like,
I know.
It's actually not easy to form those words with your mouth.
I liked with this episode, it was the kids and their chaos and the parents and their chaos. However, they made it connected by having the kids be there for the catalyst of the parents' chaos.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're there to have opinions on him having to do the eulogy for Harry the pickle guy. So that does make it feel a little more connected. And like, I love a plot that's about like the elementary school trend of the day. Being these trading cards, because like when we were kids, it was silly bands, it was Tamagotchi, it was Pokemon cards and stuff like that.
My brother was in an actual like league for the trading game.
Yeah, my brother used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Like he used to like actually play the game that I didn't even know you could actually play the game the cards were based on.
Like my daughter now has Pokemon cards, and some of them are as old as me.
Nice.
Like it's crazy.
So it's a very like relatable plot, especially to have them, because like everyone had points where their school banned the thing that was popular. Like I remember
Tamagotchis. My daughter does not believe me that we had a Tamagotchi jail.
Exactly. Like I remember Tamagotchis being banned. I remember trying so hard to hide mine in my desk.
But then it would start beeping incessantly, and you're like, shit. You're just hoping all day that it doesn't get hungry.
Exactly.
It did every time.
I beat myself up so hard the first time it died.
Yeah, I was like, so mad.
I was like, I killed it. I was so sad.
Then you reach that like 50th kill, and you're like, oh god damn it, here we go again. Like you just start over.
It's just you build up a tolerance to killing your Tamagotchis.
Which is so funny because we recently, of course, got our daughter a hamster, and the way she tried to convince us was like, oh, but you told me if I could keep a Tamagotchi alive for a month, you would let me have a hamster. The kid did actually keep her Tamagotchi alive for that long, and I didn't realize it. So
I didn't even think that was possible.
Apparently it is. I don't know how she did it. Now it makes sense why she keeps sleeping in the morning.
Because she's staying up all night, keep taking care
every
of
time it goes off, apparently.
Oh, the poor kid. She's really she's understanding the joys of motherhood
already. So I did actually, because there's 21 different kinds of Barobu featured. I do have that list, and there's quite a few. I just want to tell you about a couple of them that I think are really funny to me, because you've got the ones like Slugaconda, Slugstronaut, like the astronaut. You've got Slugadelic for psychedelic. There's one for Cyclops, convertible. The Slugtopus, octopus. I don't know how to actually say that. Slugtopus. But there's Slugitarius for Sagittarius, which I think is funny. There is.
Is it an orchard?
There's no pictures. It's just the words. So I can only imagine what the actual characters would look like. There's Sluggy Stardust.
Okay.
For Ziggy Stardust.
I like it.
There's Slugatomic for Subatomic. The Slugamese twins. There's a Slugbediver.
Okay.
Slugodactyl, I think, is my actual favorite for the pterodactyl.
Yeah, that's a good one.
There's even one for Satellite, Slugolite.
Okay.
So there's some interest. I mean, there's one for Volcano, Slugcano in this. They're very much one of the most random things that you can combine with a slug, because like Ziggy Stardust is a choice.
Yeah. Well, my brain, I latched onto Slugstronaut because there's a joke in Death Becomes Her that one of the terrible movies that the Madeline character did was Dogstronaut.
Oh my god!
And when they see Helen again after everything has happened, and because you've seen the original Death Becomes Her, I assume
it's been a long time,
but you get the basic idea. But they see her again, and she goes, "I've been following your career for years. I really hope that they make a Dogstronaut 2." And she's like, "You saw that, huh? Every day for a month."
Oh my god! I'm gonna have to go watch the movie again because it's been so long before I watch the performance. But I do need to rewatch. It's been a long time, and for anybody that's like, "Oh my god, how long?" That movie came out in the 80s, right?
92.
92. My bad. Okay, close. That's close to the 80s.
Yeah,
I was born in 94.
Yeah, I'd seen
it. I can't remember it.
I'd seen it once before, and since when I got the tickets to go see it on Broadway, I'm like, I should probably watch the movie, because I mean, they make a lot of fundamental changes because it's an adaptation. It's not going to be the same. They keep the core, they keep the good jokes that you really want them to keep, they keep the basis, but they change a lot of stuff for the better, I would say.
Okay.
But I was watching the movie, and I was like, I remembered 2 scenes out of this entire movie, not how anything worked together. I'm like, I remember such little of this movie, so I'm so glad I watched it beforehand.
I'll probably not remember any of it, honestly, when I really get into it, because I have like little scenes in my head, which means I watched it too young.
Yeah.
As I did everything.
I watched it like in the middle of the night. I remember like when it used to be on Netflix. I think that's why I don't remember a whole lot of it.
See, and I still remember when Netflix sent DVDs out, so
yeah,
those were the times, man.
That they were.
Anyway, so this episode, what? Any other thoughts?
Nah, that's about all I got.
That's about it. What did you score this one?
It got 8s across the board. It's a super solid episode. It gets a 24 out of 30. It was a lot of fun. It's not. It's fun.
It's a good Bob's episode.
It's a solid Bob's episode.
I gave character and personal 9s. I do really enjoy this episode. It's something about the Barobu cards, I think, because I was heavily into Pokemon growing up, like, which is funny now playing like Pokemon Go with my daughter and stuff, because she'll be like, "What's this Pokemon?" I'm like, "That is way after my time. I know the first 150, and then I can't help you."
Yeah, that's fair.
And then I gave plot an 8, so this is a 26 because I like the plot. And it really does not feel disjointed at all. Even though the two stories are very, very different, it does not feel off. And I really like that about an episode. Oh, I thought that was my dog, and it's not. It's you. Okay.
My neighbor.
It's not me this time. All right. And now for our season 8 finale, episode 21, Something Old, Something New, Something Bob Caters for You. Bob feels like their lives are trivial and maybe making burgers isn't what they're meant to do. But then a couple visits the restaurant and tell the family that they met at Bob's Burgers 3 months before. But they're there to ask Bob to cater their wedding. Linda believes the couple won't make it after such a short amount of time together. The kids help set up the wedding and compete to see who can be photographed more. Whoever wins doesn't have to clean the grease trap. The couple also invites the Belchers to the wedding as guests, and they store the wedding cake for them in their cooler. The outdoor wedding is affected by high winds and dead butterflies, but the bride and groom are unfazed until the wedding cake is ruined and Bob and Linda have to salvage it. The bride freaks out over the wedding and cake, and Linda comes to the rescue with a speech that saves the night. What did you get for the vacant storefront?
Jeans of the Stone Age, vintage denim.
See, and that's a play on the band Queens of the Stone Age.
Okay.
They make some pretty decent music. Grew up on that.
Okay.
I don't mind vintage denim. Oh. I think that's pretty cool. But a whole store just for vintage denim, I see that more of like maybe vintage clothes, but just denim.
You really want that, that vintage, was it Canadian tuxedo? Is that what the whole...
I think that's what they call it, yeah. The vintage Canadian tuxedo. It's all denim.
Denim on denim.
Denim. That word's not real anymore.
No.
We've said it too many times. And the pest control truck.
The War on Bugs Exterminators.
That's for the band, The War on Drugs. Also just a weird time. Like, I know it's for the band, but it's also a weird time in our lives.
Yeah.
And burgers of the day.
Technically two.
You are correct.
Yes. We have the Stop or My Mom Will Shoots burger comes with pea shoots.
Yep.
And the burger of the day that he came up with for the wedding is the ring Gruyere burger. Like ring bearer comes with Gruyere and an onion ring.
And a side of Farrah salad, just like Farrah the bride. So we have our guest stars. We have comedian Pete Holmes, who voiced our groom Connor. Holmes actually married in real life while this episode was in production in late 2017. So that had to be a little bit fun, getting to do that while also getting married. And Farrah is played by Kulap Vilas. I don't want to mess up her last name. Vilasak. She is a Lao American actress and writer known for bajillion dollar properties, and was also, for me, I really love this, in History of the World Part 2.
Okay.
Which I personally really love Mel Brooks' work. So like we actually made sure to watch. We had never, like, when Ike Barinholtz went on Celebrity Jeopardy last year and kept talking about it, I was like, okay, I've never watched the first one, but I've watched almost all of Mel Brooks' work. We should watch this. And we watched it. And it was really good. It was really funny. As a history major, I had a great time with it. I loved it so much. So when History of the World Part 2 came out, oh my God. It was hilarious. I think it's better than the first iteration. I'm just waiting to see what else this man is going to do before he passes, though, because Mel Brooks is well into his, 80s, 90s? He's in his 90s now, actually. Yeah. He's in his 90s now and still kicking, and made that just a couple of years ago. So you can only imagine. Like, I'm like, okay, has he got one last banger in him before?
Yeah, he's going to be 99 in June.
He's literally so close to 100 years old, and I'm just like, if anybody's deserving of it, that's a man that has created So many things, which kills me because I did bring it up to coworkers at work that are a decade younger, and I'm like, you've never seen Spaceballs? And they just stare at me like, what is that?
That's what happens.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to start Robin Hood Men in Tights, I watch at least once a year.
There.
So there is that. I can't help it. I have a problem. The title is derived from the traditional rhyme, something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue, denoting what a bride should wear on her wedding day for good luck. Comparisons were made between this episode and the season 10 finale of RuPaul's Drag Race, where contender Asia O'Hara arranged for butterflies to be released from boxes and containers during her act, but they were mostly either dead or unable to fly. Nearly the exact same thing happens when Kana and Farrah's wedding, with the lovely death of butterflies.
Uh-huh.
When Farrah's blinky flies into the wind, Jean whispers, looks like Frankie's going to Hollywood, a reference to the British dance pop band Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Mm-hmm. And that's all I really have on this one after, my fun Mel Brooks rant.
Yeah.
But I only have 3 lines.
I have 7.
Holy hell. Okay, you go right on ahead then.
Those doctors that go to war zones. What, for vacation?
But 3 months, you haven't been in a fight yet. And if you did, it was cute. You haven't even smelled each other's farts. You're still holding them in.
Well, then it ends with, like you farted on our second date because I knew you were the one.
You were sitting in my lap.
Yeah. I've been clipping her bumper ever since.
The lost city of Atlanta.
Don't take this the wrong way, but don't you want your wedding to be nice?
Sorry, it's just everyone loves kids in wedding pictures. That's why child weddings used to be so popular.
That was one of mine also. Carter and Farrah have a love that burns brighter than any of us can comprehend. Connor. What? Who's Connor? We're having a very DIY wedding. Oh, people love that. And we're onion accessorizing. Those are my lines.
Which is such a kid thing.
Oh, yeah.
I actually just bought Vidalia onions today because they're finally in season. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, the things I'm going to make with these onions. Yeah. Have you had the joy of a Vidalia onion?
Yeah. We have those up here.
Well, I mean, I don't know how many areas tend to get them, just because for me, that's like a staple. Because they're only grown in Vidalia, Georgia. Mm. So if you're Georgian, you eat Vidalia onions the moment you can get your hands on them. Yeah. And so I didn't know how far out they send those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we got it. There's a lot of onion farms in my area of New York as well. Weirdly enough,
cool.
But I don't know what type of onions there are. But we get the Vidalia onions in the summer generally.
Well, yeah, that's when they're in season. Yeah. That's when we tend to have them, because you can only really get them around this time of year and when it's hot. Yeah. I guess it's just how the grow season works down here. But no, there's nothing better. I'm not even big on onions. I can't stand usually the crunch of an onion in something. If I'm not ready for it, just makes me turn off from food entirely. But the moment you put a Vidalia onion in front of me, I am the most Southern Georgian person you've ever met. I can't help it.
I like a good grilled Vidalia onion.
Yes, I love grilled Vidalia onions. We wrap them. We usually cut off the top so you can do the whole bloomin' onion type thing. Butter and seasoning in the middle. Wrap them in foil. Throw them on the grill for a good amount of time. They're fucking delicious. Yep. I'm gonna make onion rings with mine.
Ooh, I love that.
Cause I just feel like a good breaded fried onion ring, probably air fry too. I can do the air fryer, I think, with those, because it's just a good coating and breading. That with I also have Koopy mayo right now. Ooh, yeah. And I'm just what do I want to use as breading? That's where I'm at with them. What breading are we going through?
I feel like a good 3-part panko breading would be really good.
I think so too, with good seasoning. Mm-hmm. There's just
I'll send you. There's no real ratio to it. I kind of made it up, but it's delicious.
That's fine.
I made a really good, if you like horseradish, I made a really good horseradish dipping sauce.
You told me about that. I want to try that anyways, at least for Steven, because he likes the spicy.
Yeah, and it didn't have a whole lot of thought process to it, because I tried to make a bloomin' sauce with an actual copycat recipe, and it was fine. I think it just had too much stuff in it, so I found a way to not complicate it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that, because see, now I'm just really happy knowing that you get Vidalia onions in New York, because here it's a staple. Mm-hmm. Literally went to Costco and there's a huge bin of them. Yeah. So I don't know what happens in New York.
We have actual bagels and not bread donuts.
I told my husband about that because I was like, yeah, it'd be great. You know, this year we go visit the one place. And I'm like, maybe next year we can go up to, you know, visit Lauren. I was like, yeah, but I told my husband, I'm like, we're going to have to spend like a week up there. And he's like, why? I was like, Lauren's already got a list, man. I have to eat a proper bagel.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about Broadway and like a couple of different things. I'm like, then we also got to add in the baseball because that's a requirement when we travel right now. And I'm just sitting here just like, we have to spend like a whole week there
and I'm
to get it all done.
I'm going to say this without doxing myself because, I mean, it's a big line on a train. I'm on a train line that makes it very easy to get to Yankee Stadium without having to park.
Which is absolutely perfect because then we're like, okay, we'll just ride to that together, go do that. And that's at least one stadium off the list. Because that is required. If anybody has ever heard me talk about before, the first ever anniversary present I got my husband, who's a huge baseball fan, is a map of North America and all of the baseball stadiums. Mm-hmm. I'm only worried that map will eventually be outdated, though, because Oakland, I think, is closing.
Oh, okay.
So we eventually might need an updated map to be able to track them all. But he's been to a handful, but there is supposed to be a book you can get where they're able to give you a stamp at each baseball stadium and you can save and visit every single one of them. Nice. So that is now like my husband's like bucket list thing to be able to do. We'll hopefully, fingers crossed, get to knock 2 of them off this summer.
There you go.
Apparently we're trying for another 2 next summer.
There you go.
So, you know, we're figuring it out. But speaking of my husband, I'm not as bad as Farrah and Connor.
Yeah, no, you guys waited a little bit longer.
I mean, just under a year,
but
and we eloped.
It wasn't 3 months.
It was not 3 months. We started dating in April and got married the next February.
Okay, so that's certainly better than I was it. He clipped her bumper, and they ate lunch while dealing with the insurance, and now they're getting married.
3 months later.
You know, I'm okay with that. It's your timeline is much better.
I mean, I was pregnant, so that probably hated a little bit.
But like,
we worked backwards.
Knowing where you guys are, though, it would have happened anyway.
I mean, I have to agree with you because I'm sure people could pick up from this alone. I mean, me and my husband are on 6 years total together, 5 years married, and it's partially I never want to date again.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I'm very, very happy. Dating is not fun, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's not great.
So yeah, the amount of time before you, because Linda is right. If you haven't smelled each other's farts, I can only imagine all the other things you haven't smelled yet or done yet or dealt with yet. Because living with a man is a interesting time. But women are just as gross.
Yeah, we really are.
We really are.
Different gross.
Not always, but yes.
It's just, there's just always hair everywhere.
See, and I have a very hairy husband, so like the amount of hair in this house.
But like
my hair that's down to my butt and him.
But my thing is, I'm by myself and I'm still finding hair places I don't expect to.
I can't make that comment. I can tell you about that later. Never mind. I did write down though, not the Oxford English Dictionary.
It's the epitome of the most bland wedding vows ever.
Do you think their marriage will last after just seeing their wedding?
No. No. I don't.
I'm waiting for the divorce episode.
Right? Like I really like this one. I mean, it really did feel like, is this a shotgun wedding? Like, it's what it felt like. 'Cause, like, they're speeding through it so much. They're not doing any planning. You know, the guests are providing the chairs and they're doing the setup. And it's one thing to have your friend, like, be the efficient. And that's pretty normal.
That's normal.
You know, outdoor weddings are a thing. But generally speaking, you have, you know, a wedding planner or someone who's going to coordinate stuff. So all you kind of have to do on the day is show up, which is what you want out of your wedding. So
that's why my first marriage didn't last then, right? I did a DIY outside wedding.
Well, the thing is, I went to a very DIY wedding. It was like there was still like professional catering, you know. There was professional, like the guests did not supply the chairs, like they had rentals and stuff like that. So it was very it was half DIY, half not.
And like, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with a DIY wedding. Like, if that's what you're doing, it needs to be small.
Yeah.
If you're doing that, small, simple, rustic.
They did keep it small at least. It wasn't not like this was like 300 people on a cliff somewhere.
No, because like the first time I did a very DIY, like our reception was in our backyard. We had rentals and stuff like that. We had our cake. People left pretty quickly, and I don't blame them looking back at it.
Fair.
But I was also like 21. I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
I was divorced a year later. Like it wasn't exactly the best plan.
Yeah.
I married my husband in my ex-mother-in-law's kitchen while pregnant and barefoot.
We love it.
And no vows. She was just like, you want him? Yep. You want her? Yep. All right.
By the power vested in me by the state of Georgia, here you go.
She pretty much did that, and we're just kind of sitting there like, okay, we're married. We just exchanged rings this past New Year's.
Nice.
Like, that's how long it took for us to even get rings, and yet we're hands down happiest relationship I've ever been.
Oh, yeah.
Like, fights aren't fights, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, we fight, but, like, I don't think he's ever raised his voice at me, ever.
Yeah, like there's a difference between,
ever.
There's a difference between, like, what society and, like, what media tells us is a fight in a relationship and what it actually is. Because, like, arguments aren't necessarily, like, you're fighting with each other. Because, generally speaking, when you're fighting, you're both trying to come to some conclusion that'll make you both happy. Like, you're fighting you're fighting together. Like, but it's like, it doesn't have to be screaming, because that generally is probably a sign that something is, some communication has broken down.
Yeah, I didn't have great examples growing up. Let's just go with that.
Yeah, and in my case, my relationships, there was no fighting because both of us were too passive-aggressive or just too, like, holding stuff in to bother to say anything.
Half the time it's because I just need to eat some damn food. Yeah. So, like, sometimes it's just feed the bitch.
Yeah.
She'll calm down. Like,
there you go.
But that's the thing, is that these two were only together for 3 months. How would they know that?
Exactly.
I swear it took them at least a year to figure out why I was bitchy half the time, and half of that I was pregnant.
Fair.
So...
Honestly, though, for this whole wedding, I was genuinely surprised they didn't ask to have it at the restaurant.
Honestly, because, like, I mean, I don't know, was that, like, a free space they were able to do? Because Bob and Linda are having to cook in the parking lot.
It really did look like it was, like, a community space park that they just set up shop in, basically.
What'd you think of their little duet?
I liked it. I like a surprise musical number.
That happens quite a bit. Like, it goes like for a while, which is so funny because I've seen it in, like, fandom groups before, where people be like, "Oh, I didn't like this past episode. It was too much music," and I'm like, "Are we watching the same show?"
No, you're not.
Bob's Burgers is a musical. It may not have music every single episode, but Bob's Burgers is a musical, 100%. So I don't know. That's where I'm like, I don't go to fandom spaces usually because I don't know how to shut my mouth.
No, like, people like with fandom spaces, I've come to the conclusion that effectively, no, we're not watching the same show. People are going to watch things the way that they want to watch. You and I aren't watching the same shows.
No.
We've established this. We see things very differently. Occasionally, we heavily agree, like with the last episode of Once Upon a Time, where Pretty Dragon Lady, yay. Like,
yay.
Sometimes that's all that it is. But very much, like, for people that, like, I get questions a lot on, like, those, on my Once account, that's very clear how the other person views things. And if they disagree with me, or, like, they have a question that is very, very leading the way they asked it, like, I don't know how to have a conversation with you about my opinion because yours is based in, I didn't like it, so it's bad. And mine is based in, okay, let's go into the analysis a little further and talk about this. Like, you know, because I mean, like the Once Upon a Time musical episode, people generally like, it's too campy, it's too this. And I'm like, my response is,
sorry, someone drove by on a dirt bike.
You're fine. Like, I get a lot of like I did like, this is too campy, it's too cheesy, it's too this. I'm like, it's live action Disney characters singing themed music to their characters. Yes, it's gonna be campy and cheesy,
but campy is so much fun.
But there's the thing of, yes, it's fun, and to be fair, that aspect of it is very personal. Can't argue there. However, like, if you want to have a conversation about why I do like it and you don't like it, mine's gonna have a little bit more of analysis, and that's just how I like to watch the show. If you don't want that analysis, I can't help you. I can't have a conversation beyond you don't like it, it's bad. Okay, I like it, it's good. That's my answer. And then it just becomes clear that we're fundamentally watching two different shows.
And, like, I feel like we're watching different things, but we're watching the same, and it's fun when we do have the same, like, seeing that we are seeing things the same exact way and stuff. But it does make it fun, and I feel like where the internet, nuance in the internet, like, the internet is where nuance dies.
Oh, yeah.
We know this. Like, but then you have people like us where everything is nuanced. That's our whole conversation.
There's always
day
nuance.
in and day out.
There's always nuance.
There's
always something more to talk about. Like, okay, something's rubbing you the wrong way. Let's figure out why that is and what happened and what maybe there's something that's reminding you of something, because that's how you and I engage with media.
And I love it so much. So thank you, everybody who's stuck around this long.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I have to also just bring up the kids' little competition. I love that they're always like, that's really how it is when you just don't want to be somewhere and doing something. Is you have like kids, they're really great about coming up with these activities. Like, how do we make this far more entertaining than it
exactly? And the photographer was already trying to get them in photos anyway.
So it worked out, and I thought that was a lot of fun. Now, of course, they have like all these random photos of children who parents, smushed the wedding cake. But,
in the grand scheme of things, it's not the worst thing to happen on their wedding day.
No, he did find out that he wasn't actually talking to Helen Mirren.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. Yeah. But what did you rate this one?
I gave it a 30. This one was just solid fun.
Oh, I love that. That's rare.
Yeah.
So I gave character and personal both 8s. Mm-hmm. I think they're pretty good. But plot I gave 7 for a score of 23. Don't get married after 3 months.
No, don't.
I'm with Linda on this. I know that she tried to salvage it there in the end and really help, but at the end of the day, so we get to do this fun thing at the end of Bob's Burger season. See, I get to watch bloopers at the end of a season. It's an animated show, so instead I get season posters.
Yeah.
For Lauren. And so she's going to look back at season 8 just to go, ooh, yeah, I saw this, and that. And then she'll be looking at season 9. So we're going to look at season 8 for just a minute and let Lauren enjoy herself.
Uh-huh.
You good over there? Yeah. Your taxidermy squirrel?
The taxidermy squirrel. Okay, so we have the Scream face, obviously. That was, and the Barobu card. So that's we have, okay, so Tina being lifeguard makes sense now. Bob in his bleakening outfits. The soccer ball, the rat, the dog. Oh, God, the dog.
The dog and the rat.
We had, that's Linda in her Halloween costume. I don't remember, why was Gene dressed as a Fruit of the Loom guy?
That was his Halloween costume.
That was his Halloween costume, okay. So, yeah, that's,
You have the bear.
The bear. Oh, what was the bear again?
The babysitting.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, a burger.
And
look. Oh, I just noticed the plate that the burger is on.
What is that?
It's pottery.
Oh, it's pottery. It all makes sense now.
Like, now you see just how... And see, I like that you're doing this looking back, because now you're able to see the tiny detail of even, like, the smallest things referred to an episode.
Mm-hmm.
And now the fun part.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Here's season 9.
Why?
And I'll put these on the post for...
Why?
Instagram.
Okay. So we have... Okay, Linda is knitting. We have a mop with a sorcerer's hat on it.
Uh-huh.
While Jean is in some kind of sun hat, there's what appears to be Mushu on a stick, I guess. I don't know.
Mushu on a stick.
In the corner, that's what it looks like with the paper airplane. Tina is, for some reason, in a Little Orphan Annie wig, but also with a goose and a plank, like from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Yes.
We have Louise in her ever wonderful and very important conspiracy theory colander hat. And just lots of fuzzy stuff and whatever the hell is on Bob's head. That's okay.
There's a paper
airplane. Yeah. This gives me no more information than the last one did.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I just love that you go for the little Annie wig.
Yeah,
that is
amazing. What else is that, honestly?
It is a little Annie wig.
Oh, okay, good to know.
It actually is.
Good to know.
Oh, so yeah, that's the joy you get to see in the next season.
So yeah, in 3 months, it'll all make sense.
And you'll get to do this all again and go, oh, that's what that's from. That was terrifying.
Yes.
Well, you have finished another season of Bob's Burgers.
I have.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. So this season,
ready for
this season on average did better than last season. I looked.
It did. Oh, I didn't even think about this one.
Yes, we had to.
Okay, let's see.
My average.
I forgot.
My average total. Let's just do totals because there's no reason to do.
Are you doing season 7 or season 8 right now?
I'm on right now. I've got season 8.
Okay, so I have 8 up as well.
So that one, the total average score is 24.24.
Wow.
But compared to season 7, which did not do as well. Okay, I did check. Season 7, the average total score was 23.41.
So my average for season 8 was 24.76.
Okay.
So that's crazy because ours is very close on that one. And 7 was 25.41. So I actually went lower.
Oh, interesting.
On season 8 than I did season 7.
Season 5 is still the highest average score. It's got a 25.48.
Season 5 is a good season.
That one still has the highest
average
score.
In all honesty. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
And now we'll just see. It's so much fun. I can't tell you how pleasing it is to open up the next season.
It's a blank spreadsheet.
When we finish, because it's just a blank spreadsheet. But I guess we'll get to start filling that in now.
With an episode about the boys for now, apparently.
Yes, the first one is for the boys for now. And then let's see. Oh, okay. I think you'll like at least episode 2. Episode 1 is a boy crazy episode, obviously.
That's
just because it's boy band.
Yeah.
So obviously we'll have boy craziness. No, the episode 2 is a lot of fun. I'm trying to remember what the Halloween episode is. I don't remember it. I think that's supposed to say something else. Better off sled? Better of sled?
It might be a typo. I typed them out by hand.
I'll check it later.
Like we established, I typed these out by hand.
Which episode is like screaming to you like, oh God, what is this?
Sorry, I was opening something up in a different tab.
Oh no, you're fine. I'm just looking at these and I'm just like, this is gonna be interesting.
Bed Bob and Beyond.
Bed Bob and Beyond.
Oh, I see the episode where I'm gonna find out about the goose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So excited.
Yes, without my Zeke. Interesting. Okay.
You have no idea what you're getting yourself into, but it'll be a fun time.
Yeah, this is true. It'll be good. It'll be fun regardless, because I'll get to talk about it with you. Thank you all for listening. Join us next time when we discuss Once Upon a Time, episode 415, Poor Unfortunate Soul. Don't forget to like, rate, and follow the podcast wherever you listen, so you can be notified every time we publish a new episode. Follow us at OBDYK_pod on Instagram and Blue Sky. And if you'd like to join our Patreon, you can find the link with more details in our show notes.
This has been an episode of Okay, But Did You Know? A TV and media podcast. It was hosted by Katie and Lauren and edited by Katie.